Am I the astronaut for walking out on a guy on a date?
Depends.
So this just happened, and I'm now discussing it with my flatmate who has a different view to me.
Another
guess
country.
From me.
Yeah.
We figured, see how Reddit feels. I, 32 female, just met a guy, 38 male for a date. We started talking 2 days ago on Bumble. That's a quick one, bro. 2 days ago, yo, you want to meet? You want to go out? Hey, okay.
It happens.
So this is how you're, I guess, getting to know each other. We suggested we meet up after work for drinks today. We didn't speak much on the app. He said he preferred to go straight for a drink, and I'm the same way. All right, no big deal.
You guys are on the same playing field.
Anyway, met him outside of the bar around 5:30 p.m. UK time, so like 2 hours ago now. We went inside for a drink. He seemed nice, relaxed, chill. We sat down and talked a bit about the bar and the holiday I just got back from. Coincidentally, He'd been there right before me. Okay, on a vacation.
Okay.
All fine, but then it got weird. After that topic came to an end, I asked him how his day was. He said, yeah, fine, a bit long and stressful, but I'm glad it's the weekend soon. So I follow up, so what do you do? After that, he didn't say anything for a second, looked at me sort of aggressively, and then just said, that quickly, ? I said, sorry, because I said something like, sorry, because seriously, what the F is that answer? I get you. Then he said it's just aggressive, honestly, almost angry voice. You're just interested in how much money I make. Is that it? ? Oh, I think it
emotional damage.
It seems like a normal, remember how we've done a Reddit thing before about how this girl had a kid and didn't tell this guy that she was dating for 9 months. This is because people don't talk like this, because they don't say hey, did you want to? It's
right.
No,
I think what
I
you
don't
do
really
for a
like
living
to
is pretty
talk.
simple.
I like to go on vibes instead.
It's a pretty simple question. What do you do for a living? You ask me what I do, I tell you. You're getting to know somebody.
I said something like, sorry, because seriously, what the F is that answer? Then he said in a very aggressive, almost honestly angry voice, you're just interested in how much money I make. Is that it? I was so taken back, I said, okay, downed my drink and walked out. I just got back and told my flatmate about it, who is also male. His perspective is that he's been out with girls who were just interested in his money, and that maybe it was a sensitive point for the guy, and I should have clarified that I was asking out of interest rather than walking out. My point of view is that it's a normal question you ask when you meet someone for the first time, and that his response was a red army of flags, and walking out was the right call. Am I the asshole? I think you're good. I think you just went, hey, if this is the reaction to this general and nice, and listen, what'd you guys say? You didn't want to talk on the app because you wanted to talk in real life. Then when you start talking in real life,
just don't ask me what I do. That's like, nigga, are you a serial killer?
Gold digging hoes. And
right.
she just went, so what do you do for a job?
What do you do?
She didn't just say,
how much money? What's your net worth, nigga?
Yeah.
Nowadays, she could do that off of you just knowing your first and last name and do some research on your ass and find you. It's public information after this shit, man.
I'm a guy, and I don't understand how you got back and your flatmate was just like, yeah, that's not the... So, what were you supposed to say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What were you... So, what's the first question supposed to be then?
Yeah. What's your mom do for a living?
Yeah.
Now you want to know what my mom got if I got any fucking royalties.
So you want to see if my family's got money. You want to see
that nigga's on edge. He's been fucked over, and he took it out on you.
And either
too fast.
He has a bunch of money or he has no money, and both of those can get weird. Because I do understand that too. There are girls who won't even, and I don't even want to say broke. I just want to say there are girls who will not mess with a working man at all.
Blue collar niggas don't stand a chance.
Yep.
I hated to have 6 figures, 6 feet, and be physically fit.
Exactly.
They're out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, there's people that like what they like, and for as shallow as it could be, those are the people your job is to not change everybody. And what I appreciate here is you just got there and you said, oh, this isn't it for me. Soink. Right. Now, there might have been a different woman of a different caliber that would have just went oh my God, baby, I'm sorry. Now, mind you, you met this person 2 days ago, but might be a submissive type of woman.
What did I?
Exactly.
What did I say wrong?
Oh my God, how do I make it better? How do I make it better?
It's like, hey, what do you do for a living? And you know what, you can answer and then ask her, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
It's just a general conversation. It's you don't have to tell her how much you make.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just tell her what you do. I'm a medical assistant, pharmaceutical tech. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like she could then go run those numbers if that's what it is, but eventually, if you're paying attention, you'll know, but not off that question. Yeah. I think you jump too quick off the question, bro. You know what I mean?
He flew off the handle on some, because right before that, how was your day? It was fine, a bit long and stressful, but I'm glad the weekend's coming up soon. Oh, cool. What do you do for
like what was stressing you out? That's what she's saying. What do you do for work that stresses you like
exactly.
that? You know what I mean? Like I know nobody likes work, but what do you do that? Oh, a long stressful day. Oh, you.
I don't think she was saying like, oh well, he works long hours. It's stressful, so he must get compensated well for his. And brother, all she did was ask, "What do you do for work?" That's not some.
And you got and the girls that are like that are looking for those kind of people, high status, money, whatever.
Yep.
She knew already before even asking you, nigga. She could tell from like just kind of unless you're very good at downplaying, but what you're driving, what you're wearing, how you know what I'm saying, like. Certain things she's probably gonna pick up anyways. Oh, this nigga got some Armani shoes on type shit. Oh yeah, you probably you know what I mean. He got a bag. You know what I'm saying? I saw what you pulled up in. I know what that car costs. You know, like if she's doing her due diligence of being that person. You know what I mean?
Not that you're asking us for advice, but the only advice I could give is don't meet up with somebody after meeting them on Bumble 2 days ago and not discussing anything.
Well, I thought Bumble was just a hookup site anyways, I thought. So,
it's I think all of them have turned into hookup sites, but Bumble is it's a normal dating site. Just like Tinder is the most
known for
hookup site, but Bumble is it's another dating site like that.
Plenty of fish.
But I would
Cupid had good flow on,
but I would say like just meet people a little bit more. Like not meet people, get to know people a smidget. And I understand you do want to leave some mystery for when you meet the person, but I think you probably could have handled that, because what if you asked what do you do for work before you went out on the date and he just texted you that? You could have saved a drive to the bar. Not that it's, the end of the world.
You want to know what I do? You want to just all right.
Yeah, that would have been like, unmatch or unfollow, whatever it
Waste
may be.
each other's time. Like,
Yeah.
Like you said, some more questions you have via even phone, like just on the phone even. Run away from the text as much sometimes. If you really want to do it, just, do the phone call thing. Talk that way so you can at least hear the inflection in somebody's voice. You can kind of get a feel for a motherfucker's bullshitting. And the next level is when you're in front of them and you kind of read their body language and shit. But, for the most part, you can hear a voice, because texting is like somebody can sit around and think of a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like you text someone's like, oh, what the fuck do I want to tell this chick? What's a good one? Oh, yeah, I'll tell her that. Yeah. When you're on a spot, and that's how, conversation has to flow. That's one of the things I always realize. Like if when you're clicking with somebody and there's no dead space in between your conversation, you're on to something. You know what I mean? It's like that's how you're able to vibe and flow with somebody. But if it's a lot of pausing, a lot of thinking the answer's too long, I don't know. I mean, it could be weird. It could be their personality, or it could be like, oh, nigga, you don't even know. You can't tell the truth. You're not telling the truth. You're thinking of some shit to tell me. You want to tell me what I want to hear. That's what you're doing.
You're thinking of the correct answer versus the real answer.
The real answer.
That's what it could be. But honestly, you sound like a pretty badass chick, because look, all right, hey, took the drink to the head, say, peace.
That's a movie shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flat. So she said she's in the UK, right? So,
yep.
UK, you niggas got to know too.
It
ain't happening.
I'm not mad. I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think, honestly, you probably dodged a bullet, because, once again, if this is how he deals with this, then imagine any other issue that's actually important.
The only way I said would make you an asshole is if the nigga was right and now you're getting mad because he was right. yeah. Then you're the asshole.
Exactly. If you got caught out and just went like,
fuck you, fuck this, nigga tricking me. It's like if that was really your motive, you know that. You know what I'm saying? If you know, like, damn, the nigga figured me out and I'm upset that he did.
But I really do feel you on this. My point of view is that it's a normal question you ask when you meet someone. Because, listen, she didn't say, how much money you got in your bank account? That's not what she said. She just said, hey, what do you do for
now? If he gives you a vague answer, like, I do little this, little that.
I'm a consultant.
Right, I do this, a little of that. And okay, so maybe he don't want you to know. But if you keep prying and going at it, it's like, all right, well, why are you prying? That leaves a little mystery. Maybe you want to know, maybe you don't. But maybe you should really consider how far you want to go with somebody that might be, this nigga might be smuggling for the cartel. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you just do things here and there. Or,
yeah.
Well, at least he gave you some sort of answer. But to get upset about it is like, nigga, it ain't that serious.
Yeah, that's a
I make money.
And the whole that quickly thing where it's like, What do you mean that quickly? You're out on a date. She didn't walk up to you like you weren't sitting at the bar and she sat up and went just like, "What do you do for a living?" That didn't happen.
Out the gate, right? First
Y'all
question
met
out the
there
gate.
and you were supposed to meet each
Right.
other there. Like she didn't fucking slide up on you.
Right.
Like,
and so he
what do
definitely
you
didn't
do?
put it. He didn't put it on Bumble either because she would have known already.
True.
If it was on your portfolio, she might have known, but you didn't tell, and you didn't want nobody to know. Just love me for Lee and not my money, which could be. I guess if a nigga's got money and rich like that, it's a knee-jerk reaction.
But if he's got money, he's rich like that, he should not be meeting people on Bundle. If you got money and rich like that, there's some circles that you should be able to be in and meet some
They're
people.
in abundance, right? They're out there. You don't need the Bumbles unless you're just like, I just want to freak neat. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he got, and that's the thing, maybe he got tricked by a girl before. And because, now this is what I'm saying. I don't think he has a bunch of money. What I'm saying is maybe he got used by a woman before and he's not over that shit. And that shit's just stuck in his head of like, this is what all bitches do. And,
right.
you know.
Then in that case, you shouldn't be out there entertaining that world right now.
Yeah, and putting other people through that type of stress of like...
You gotta get past that yourself before you're able to fucking get involved with anything, you know?
Because no matter what, that's a normal ass question. Right. You did not jump out the window. You said that's. You didn't ask like, so what makes you nut? That's not. That didn't happen. You just said
like you're like a little wet willy while I fucking whack you off. I don't know. It wasn't that.
Do you want me to? Do you ever do that thing where you just take a pencil and you just twirl it in the corner of your eye? Does that get you? Does that get you? Like you asked a normal ass question. He's definitely an asshole. I don't understand how your roommate thinks. I could like. In my opinion, I could not imagine someone's thought process of being on the other side of it. Besides, perhaps he's been burned on that before, but you didn't... Obviously, you're telling the story, but you didn't seem to come with that sort of...
Nigga, what you do?
Yeah, exactly.
How much money you make, fool? I mean, did you give him a twinkle in your eye that screamed money hungry? Or, was there a lead-up question that you said into that? I just really want a man to take care of me. What do you do?
I know, right? Oh, God, I'm about done working. What do you think? What do you do for a living? I don't really want to work anymore. Right. It seems like he just...
What do you do?
This is more of a... In my opinion, this is more of a reflection of him versus you. Like, you seem to just come in with some normal shit.
But don't take that personal, but you don't got to be around it either.
Exactly. Which I appreciate that you're... that you're not like... Well, let me see. Oh my God, did I make him mad? Let me go and see. Like,
you didn't want to stick around and try to figure out.
I appreciate your cutoff. And now listen, he's gonna think like, "Yup, I was right."
That's what triggered her.
But don't worry about that because that's not your. What they say, not your circus, not your monkeys. You know what I'm saying? That's not your shit.
Right.
Just get the
know
fuck
your
away
truth,
from it.
and if you weren't about that kind of life, then that nigga has to sit and stew in his own pot. Go ahead, Stewie. Go over there, nigga.
I gotta go with a strong, not the asshole, because that's just a normal fucking question.
I don't think you're an asshole. Unless your ulterior motive was, then you are.
But only you know that.
Only you do.